So when it comes to attracting women, we as guys seem to overcomplicate this entire situation. We seem to think that we need to put ourselves at such of a high pedestal and have such an amazing lives in order to just attract women. We need to appear as gods who, teach blind dolphins how to swim again, and at the same time, we have to hurry up by 5 o'clock to make our skydiving lesson again. We just think that we need to be, just amazing people in order to just attract the eyes of women, which I'm here to tell you guys is actually very, very simple. And just through my experiences with dating and doing the extensive research for you guys, I've come up with a few simple habits that any guy can pick up that he can be way more attractive than he already is. But what's up guys, welcome back to HB Fashion. If you're new here, my name is Zach Bobs, and today I'm giving you a list of 5 habits that only attractive men have, starting with the first one, and that's having a good grooming game. This is very simple. It's something that is a staple on this channel as a whole. No woman likes to date someone who is a slob. So guys, if you have not done the basics, if you have not picked up a grooming routine where you're getting up right after you wake up and you're washing your face with face wash, you're moisturizing, you're keeping up with your facial hair, you're making regularly scheduled haircuts, then guys, you're clearly missing out and you have no one else but to blame but yourself if no one really finds you attractive, especially women. So guys, just make sure that you're doing the basics, and then you could probably step up a little bit further, start wearing, more cologne, not too much, because you don't want to be, smelling like you bathed in the stuff, but at the same time, you don't want to be smelling like, you're just straight up out of the shower and that's just it. So you guys, make sure you are keeping up with yourselves, and there's many levels to this. I have many videos going over what you can do to step up your grooming game. I'll have them all listed in the description below. Number 2, being fashion forward. Now, this is where a lot of guys tend to mess this up. They seem to think when it comes to the clothes that they wear and whatever, brand or design that they're rocking, they need to be peacocks and show off how much money that they have spent on that entire outfit and how much drip that they are representing on themselves. Guarantee you guys, girls do notice that, and at the same time, they do notice when you're peacocking, and they are very much well turned off by this. But instead, what you should do is just find out what works best for you and how you can find the best levels of that and be unapologetically representing that style. What I mean by this is just know how to dress yourself. Know what works good for you and what works good for your lifestyle, your day-to-day life, and what you do whenever you are out with your friends, or you're going to go out on a date or something that's going to be a little bit more formal, and you are going to be rocking that. You find different ways to mix it up here and there, and at the same time, you just know how to dress yourself. You look like you're still being dressed up by your mom or someone else who is picking out your clothes just because you just need some clothes. So guys, just make sure that you're taking that initiative. Again, with the grooming videos, I have tons and tons of style videos for you guys to go check out. I'll have a few listed in the description below that I believe that are very good. And if you guys are looking for some really good inspiration as far as style and grooming goes, look on my Instagram at Mr. HB Fashion. I'm starting to be a lot more consistent with it, especially with us being a little more self-quarantined now. I'm working a lot more from home, so make sure you guys do check that out. I have some great, amazing pictures coming out here soon. I'm gonna be dabbling a little bit more into videos, IGTV, as of course stepping up my Instagram story game, just to make sure you guys are keeping up with my day-to-day life, how I'm doing things, stuff like that. So guys, go check it out. I'll have it linked in the description below. Number 3, taking charge. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do not like it when someone is indecisive. Whether that's my girlfriend or someone that I know, a coworker or an associate, colleague, whatever. If someone just does not know how to make up their mind, that is the most frustrating time to be with that person. Women especially feel this, especially when they are dating, when a guy just does not know what he wants in this certain situation right at that moment. So when you guys have that argument of like where you guys want to go eat and she can't decide, you're leaving that option up to her, you have no one else but to blame. What you should do, now this might be a little bit more old-fashioned, some girls may not like this, but for the most part, at least from my experience and from what other guys have told me, women do love it when the guy knows what he has planned out for, whatever thing that they're doing with that girl. just make sure that you have a clear and concise plan, and just make sure you're just following it. If you have to deter from it for just a little bit, then yeah, go ahead. And when it comes to your relationship, you know, it's nothing wrong, in my opinion, to wearing the pants in a relationship, being the one who is a little more forward in the decision making, just so that you can show, you know, how much of a good leader you are and how much you have to bring to the table in terms of helping her and making some of the harder decisions. This is one of the habits that women actually do look for when they're looking for more of a long-term suitable partner. So I guarantee you, pick up some tips on how you can be a little bit more decisive in what you are doing in your day-to-day, and I guarantee you, you're gonna be a lot more attractive in the eyes of women. Number 4, chasing a dream or a passion. This is something that especially women find very attractive about guys, especially when they're on that grind. Despite the fact that they're working a 9 to 5, they are working on their side hustle, working to make that their main hustle. They're all about, you know, this, whether that's learning the guitar so they become a very successful musician, learning how to cook so they maybe own their own restaurant one day, or whatever it is, guys. If you have a dream, you have a vision, you guys know I am 100% for you guys going ahead and chasing that. Working a job, it can suck, especially one that you don't particularly like, or you just don't like working for anyone else. If you want to go for something and you know you can, if you work hard enough at it, then go ahead and do it. And I guarantee you, if you're genuine about this, you're going to be attracting a lot more people into your world. They're going to want to be a part of that. Women especially those that you're dating, because there is something that is a little bit more charismatic about a person who is talking about something that he is so passionate about. There is nothing that is more, you know, exciting about watching a football fan who is, you know, been a football fan since he can walk and just talk about the sport, versus someone who is just casually a fan that just only watches it when his team is winning. So whenever you guys are, you know, talking about your passions, the things that you're actually caring about, I guarantee you, women do notice and they do want to be a part of it. Just make sure that you don't like just make all your conversations about that. You want to make some conversations about her and about what she has going on in her life. But like I said, pick up a hobby, make it a passion, try to go for it. And number 5, it's really simple, having good manners. This is something that I have seen to be kind of a lack thereof whenever it comes to, you know, this whole entire viral outbreak that's been happening recently. There are a lot of guys out there that just that really have missed the basics, and in terms of, you know, their, you know, mannerism, in terms of how they're behaving when they're around other people. They're not letting, you know, women or elderly or children, you know, go first. They're really all just about, you know, making sure that they're getting theirs as soon as possible, or especially when they're just picking up supplies and they're not being considerate of other people, and just overall they're treating people around them like crap, whether that's a barista or their friends, their family, and unequivocally that's gonna, you know, reflect on how you're gonna treat her. And women do notice that, and they're gonna take that into a factor. So guys, if you're finding yourself to be a lot more harsh to those that are around you, change up on that, you know, because again, that's going to reflect on how she's going to think that you're going to treat her whenever you guys are in a tough spot. Maybe you're fighting, or maybe you're just out and about, you're not opening up, you know, any doors for her, or you're not really, you know, having that respect for her throughout that entire experience, and I guarantee you that's gonna turn her off. So guys, just learn how to say please and thank you. Be courteous of those that are around you. Make sure that make sure you're, you know, talking to people with a smile. You know, the world is not out to get you. So I guarantee you, change up your habits, make sure you guys are being well-behaved gentlemen, and I guarantee you she is going to love that about you. And again, before you go guys, do check me out on Instagram at Mr. HP Fashion, where we post a lot of fashion and grooming inspiration on there for you guys to go check out. But thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you like this video and you learned something from it, give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you're new here to the channel and you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing. It helps us build the HP community. We're growing almost every single day, which is amazing. It's so awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of this community, be leading this community. You guys are simply amazing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.